Now what do you say to that, Madam Mary?
Would you like us to hold our horses 1 second? Hold your horses 1 second. I see someone taking anger just to see her target.
Boy, you can't win. There's already a bullet smack dab in the middle of the bullseye.
Why, he shot that other bullet right half. No, not quite yet. Why, he shot that other bullet right half. Look, it's right behind. I wonder whose face belongs to those things. I wonder this.
This face!
What? You're Alan O'Dell, that friendly little man from the east I was so crazy about. I thought you were all done with us.
Not when I finally found myself a home. A place where I belong, keeping company with the people I care most about.
You came to us as a friend. Rid this place of crowd, gave us new hope and ourselves. Now that's gonna be one tough act to follow.
Well, how's this? Will you be my lawful butterfly, Miss Nancy?
Oh, yes, I will.
Now, I spent last year's profits of my 1958 Bond Gray line into the show. There has to be something in the papers that we can use.
Let me consult with my writing team. Aaron, Georgia, does debacle have two meanings?
No.
Well, that's a shame. Critics, who would
sure to be huge Broadway. Broadway what?
Is
this it? Is this here?
Where is it?
Vanish.
What kind of genius has a mind like that? So perspicacious, wise and kind like that. Far from his mother's knee, she must be thrilled to see how he grew up to be such brilliant company. Refined and reflective, completely objective, by the lips of your heart. To meet a man like that.
That's all well and good, but the Cambridge Patriot is not the Boston Globe. The Globe is the review we need.
Funny none mentioned Jessica fainting.
She fainted during the bow when the critics dashed out of the theater to dash off their postmortem. Face it, we've gotten our notices and we've been given notice.
I'm afraid you're right.
No, no, no. You were just oversensitive because you wrote the show. This was only round one. The first musical my husband and I produced was Savage Out of Town. But we rolled up our sleeves, did a major rewrite, and brought it to Broadway. And that musical, my friends, was Kiss Me. I'm Irish. Look for the audience open their playbills, but the point is, this is a Cindy and Carmen Bernstein production. We decided it goes to New York, not dear old Brady of the Boston Globe.
Wait, so we're still shooting for Broadway?
Erin, Georgia, you keep writing tunes that bounce. Oscar, you keep writing checks that don't.
Very nice. But until our leading lady gets out of the hospital, who knows what happens next?
They just have her under observation. I'm sure she'll be out by morning.
Is that no limit?
Sounds like our director.
Is that no
They
limit?
got such horrendous reviews.
Is that no limit? I ask of you, to my unbridled
Chris!
brilliance.
Where the hell were you thinking? Now you as the director own
Oh, hush thy foolish mouth. Nothing to be gleaned by watching one show with a fraudulent audience in an opening night. I went for a walk, past the Cathedral of the Holy Cross, went in, wildly spiritual. I tell you, those Catholics, they really know how to put on a show. And right there, in the middle of the Eucharist, I had an epiphany. At this stage in the life of any musical, one should refrain from inventing anything brilliant, but simply eliminate all that's god-awful. What do I ask, without fear of contradiction, was the most god-awful thing in our show?
Jessica.
Jessica, of course. Carmen, I came back here to convince you to get rid of our star. Only to have the cast inform me she's in the hospital. I see the hand of the Lord in this.
Mrs. Bernstein, a call for your office.
Thanks, Johnny. That's probably my husband calling. And where was Sydney tonight, Carmen? Sydney's in New York, booking a theater for us. And knowing my husband, also booking a soprano that doesn't dance but knows how to move.
At least she can joke about it.
It's easy to joke about marriage when men like Sydney and you don't take it seriously.
There's no comparison. I never did more than flirt with any woman in any cast once you and I got married.
Barbara O'Brien.
She was an usher. And that was only after you moved out.
Oh, so you finally looked up from your music and noticed I was gone.
Johnny, you're a stage manager, right? How's the cast take your reviews?
Well, they dressed to the nines and decided to throw a combination opening and closing night party.
Defeatist, the lot of you. You've yet to hear my plan of action, but hear it ye shall. Johnny, come, help me watch you move the piano.
Wait, what play? You think he wants us to go to Broadway to see an understudy?
Well, at least we'll still have Bobby in the title role.
And that's what matters, right? I mean, the whole reason you teamed up with me again was so you could rekindle romance with our leading man.
Aaron, when I signed up for this show, I had no idea Bobby was in it.
Really? Then why in our very first rehearsal did you walk right up to him and say,
Hi, Bobby.
Hi, sweetie. Well, looks like we're all going back to New York a little bit sooner than we thought. But if you and I are heading back together, well, this is 1 o'clock. It's a big hit to me.
Eh bien, mes enfants, a brief demonstration of what's been wrong with our show since its very first love song.
You mean Thinking of Him? That's one of my best songs in the show.
One of our best songs.
See, Georgia agrees with me.
Nonetheless, I've had a problem with it since our very first day of rehearsal. Georgia! Sing our leading lady's opening number.
Wait, what song is this? The one with the new lyric Georgia wrote about me.
About Rob Hood.
Precisely. Evan, play. Georgia, sing. Johnny, put in like Q5.
Like you type. This is silly. I haven't
Just sing.
Thinking of you. Thinking of you. Sometimes it seems with every moment of my waking day, thinking of him, making him laugh. Sometimes making him strong. Sometimes making him someplace in the light it sees. Telling him just how special he is. Thinking of him. Thinking of him. Telling the truth when nobody's with him. Telling the truth, fighting for him. Living for him, thinking it over, that's what I think I do. Well, is it time? Is it high time? I was thinking of
Maybe it's time. Maybe it's high time. You were thinking of you.
Thinking of me.
Gee, I finally hear how that song was meant to go.
Listen, Chris, if you're telling me something's been wrong with that tune since our very first rehearsal, you'll have to tell me what.
It's that we ever allowed Jessica Cranshaw to sing it. Now look here, people. I think it's a damn shame that our leading lady collapsed at tonight's performance. She might have done it weeks ago and saved us a month of misery. Nonetheless, the cavity that Jessica's created must be appropriately filled.
May I speak? As Jessica's understudy, I feel terrible taking over under these circumstances.
No need to feel terrible, Nikki.
But
No need, because you are still going to be understudy to Georgia.
Georgia?
Best time she's ever had.
I don't know, Chris.
You know the scorn script better than anyone else, and you sing the songs from your heart. 'Cause that's where the words came from. I've realized it's been quite some time since trading your captures for a rhyming dictionary, but
Excuse me, but speaking for those of us in the chorus, I really think that Nikki should get the role. She's talented and dedicated.
and because you're Nikki's understudy, if she gets the lead, you get her part.
Well, yes, that's
Nice try, Bambi. But either Georgia is in or I'm out. What do you say, Oscar?
Chris, I put my money where your mouth is.
Laundry it first. Aaron, I assume this move more than meets with your approval.
Well, no, it doesn't.
thanks for the vote of confidence.
I have my reasons.
You always have.
Besides, this entire debate is pointless if Jessica shows up tomorrow.
God help us. Her performance was worse than ever this evening.
Jessica Cranshaw will never be better than she was this evening.
But she was horrible.
I know. But she'll never be better. She's dead. That was the hospital on her own. In terms of future performances, Jessica Cranshaw now has a conflict. What happened? They wouldn't tell me. Chris, would you like to say something to the company about Jessica?
Well, let's all have a moment of silence to match the audience's response to Jessica's first number.
Chris!
All right. Let's all form a semicircle. Boy, girl. Tell us on the inside, please. Ooh, thank you. No, Bambi, you're blocking the entire right side of the house. Now, company. Jessica was part of company, but now we thankfully part company. But I'm sure we'll remember her in our thoughts and in our resumes. And as thespians, I'm sure we'd all like to display our sorrow, both as a tribute and as an acting exercise. Sasha, see violin, please.
With the exception of the deceased Miss Cranshaw, you're all just such a wonderful performance. And what a great score.
Well, I appreciate that, Lieutenant.
And on behalf of my half of that compliment, thanks as well.
You're more than welcome. I've done a little community theater myself. Oh no, nothing fancy. Although, my Billy Bigelow at the Brookline Farmhouse got a favorable review. And in A Midsummer's Night's Dream, my bottom was very well received.
Wait, one moment. Did you say you're from Homicide?
Well, yes. Based on preliminary autopsy, it's clear that Jessica Cranshaw was murdered.
And what are we doing to kill him? Does he get some sort of trophy or a punny convertible? Sorry, pure reflex.
What killed her?
Hydrocyanic acid, commonly used in electroplating, as well as the gas chamber at San Quentin. It was in capsule form, which is why no one realized she'd been poisoned until the capsule dissolved in her stomach, starting a chemical reaction, creating her own personal gas chamber internally.
Horrible.
Working backwards from when the capsule dissolved, we know that she swallowed them in the very final minutes of this evening's performance.
Well, couldn't she have just poisoned herself?
Trauma at the back of the throat suggests she didn't take the capsule voluntarily. Now, may I ask, who's in charge here, other than myself?
Permit me, Lieutenant. I'm the critically acclaimed Christopher Belling. And I will be blocking your investigation.
I hope that's not the case, but if you need to wrap things up with your cast, please go right ahead.
Company, I know you'll give Georgia your support as she steps into the late Miss Cranshaw's shoes,
Oh my God, that's brilliant.
as one would expect from me. All those ready to press forward with Robin Hood and Georgia, give me a show of hands.
That's it? Listen, people, life's full of setbacks and disappointments, as my husband first demonstrated in the bridal suite at the Hotel Taft. But with Georgia taking over the lead, we've got ourselves a real shot. This show is going on. Are you with me, gang?
You know, if we leave now, we can take the last train back to the door. Why?
Because, as old as time itself, there's a grand theatrical tradition that the show must go on. I've got a contract, you signed a contract, so read your contract. Count to 10, and then I'll sue you. Oh yes, I'll sue you. And when I sue you, you'll never work again.
Who's the equity representative?
I am Mrs. Bernstein as equity deputy. I must warn you, any further guts, and you will be brought up on charges.
Oh, shut up, Elaine!
The name is Bambi. Mother.
All right. Let's put it this way. For the fact that they got asking your permission to let the show go on. The show must go on. The show must go on.
Why?
I say the show must go
I can't believe I'm hearing this. I won't believe it. Putting on a musical has gotta be the most fulfilling thing a person could ever hope to do. You people, you're all heroes to me. You're a special kind of people known as show people. You live in a world of your own. The audience pay plenty to sit there and clap, hearing you sing, watching you tap. Did you know your dentist longs to be in show business? Your window washer wants to be a star, and no shampoo store bought, let you know how lucky you are. There's a special kind of boy around the show person, as an creator, yummy. His voice is just cut.
He gives you a trick, you give him a hand.
If the boys in ballet parking for you, show business they can smell behind your ticket or your car. And my future blew down, started taking a bow. That'll get it, D-O-U. Don't you know how lucky you are? We're a special kind of people known as show people. We live in a world of our own. Our days are tied to curtains, they rise and they fall. We're born every night, that's not how we're called. We can picture being anything but show people. Civilians trying to hold it when we start. But that's how it all works when the orchestra starts. Now just know how lucky we are.
Show people. Show people.
Show people! Great job! And listen, Robin Hood really should go on.
Lieutenant, may I speak with you for a moment? My name's Nikki
Harris. Miss Nikki Harris. I read your bio several times through on the bus ride home the other night. May I say, I found your performance particularly memorable. It was just lovely.
Well, thank you.
Lovely.
Well, thank you.
I'm crazy about your little vibrato.
You're very kind. Well, yesterday, Miss Cranshaw asked me to coach on her lines, and of course I said I'd be glad to help.
That's so like you.
Well, I'm also her understudy, or at least I was. I get some Georges now. But then, these 3 letters fell out of Miss Cranshaw's script. She didn't take them seriously, but I kept them. I'm afraid my fingerprints are all over them. They're death threats. See, the words and letters have been pasted onto the paper, cut with little curved finger scissors from a newspaper or magazine. As you imagine.
You're murdering the score, but I'll murder you. You'll drop before the curtain does. If you don't quit, you'll die legit.
Can you tell me things about them?
Well, they seem pretty negative in spirit. I mean,
Of course.
oh, I'm sorry. You were hoping for the Arthur Conan Doyle version? Unfortunately, these notes reveal very little, except that the person who sent them is a man in his early 30s, 6 feet of boy height, who has a pewter ring, serves in a merchant marine, and despite being right-handed, is known to his closest friends as Lefty.
Oh, however, did you know that?
Oh, I don't. I was just saying that you practically hoped I would be able to tell. Well, if I could tell that, I mean, wow.
Gee, for a second I was impressed, as I once told my husband in the hotel tab. Well, what do you say we all go across the street and have ourselves one slobber knocker of a wait for the late, if less than great, Jessica Cranshaw? Drinks on me!
can leave.
Wait, what?
The entire company and group will be living right here in the theater until further notice. Emergency services will bring in cots and meals.
Wait a second. The talented members of this cast are entitled to a day off.
The talented members, meaning you, Elaine.
Listen. Correct me if I'm wrong here, but to the best of my recollection, Jessica Cranshaw never left this stage during the show's last 10 minutes. If so, then I'm very sorry, but she had to have been murdered by one of you. I never had a case with this many suspects, and I can't have each and every one of you followed around the clock. Better I keep you all here in the lock and key until I solve this crime.
You're taking a launch romance, Jockey.
Well, that's sort of what I'm paid to do. It's why I have a badge, my own gun. Anyway, the innocent question here will let you focus on fixing the show. Fixing? Get your damn hands off me here! Who's that?
Sounds like my husband. On his best behavior. I guess he left New York. Lucky New York.
Wasn't this just peachy keen? You've all laid up.
That's it, here and there.
I'm still wearing my coat. Sorry, Mr. Bernstein. Won't happen again.
Sydney, it's been a god-awful night.
I hear you, Chris.
And I'm turning in my resignation.
I can't hear you, Chris. How you holding up, Oscar?
Oh, I can't complain.
That's right, you can't.
Welcome back to Boston, Sydney.
Well, hello?
It's me, Sydney. Your stepdaughter.
Oh, sorry about that, Fawn. And last, Mrs. B, my junior partner, and let her have.
All right, Sydney. Let's get it over with.
What? You expect me to be upset? I left you in charge of opening night, returned about a murder-leading lady, deadly reviews, and a bunch of cops telling me I can't leave this theater! I'm afraid you arrived at just the wrong time for you. In just the right time for you, Bernstein. Excuse me, Lieutenant Frank Chalky, homicide. Now listen, folks. You should all go about your various tasks, just as if this one scene of a homicide. Detective Dick Nickel is waiting downstairs for your pertinent information. I'd like each of you to give your name, address, and 8x10 loss. I'd like to speak with all of you in the morning. Pleasant dreams, everyone. I'm convinced that I was in Manhattan when got murdered. Can you prove that? It so happens I was keeping company with the young actress I hired. Onsta, if I give you her name, it could ruin her reputation. Your chivalry is touchingly convenient. Lieutenant, I have many influential friends in New York City. Too bad, you're in Boston.
And will you be wanting me any further, Lieutenant?
No. But I do have some questions for your boyfriend.
I don't have a boyfriend.
Oh. Actually, Miss Harris, I'd like to take you into my confidence regarding this investigation.
Why is that, Lieutenant?
Well, because if I don't, there's really no reason for us to keep talking.
Then take me into your confidence with confidence, Lieutenant.
Something is very wrong here. I just met an opening night cast who all seemed incredibly eager to close.
Well, I can understand how they might feel. They all give up wonderful jobs in hit Broadway musicals to work up here in Boston. I've never performed outside of this city, and Bambi's had to fight your mother at every step just to be in the chorus. But the rest of the cast are underpaid and overworked, though surely not enough to drive any of them to murder.
Keep in mind, I'm within arm's reach at any hour of the day or night.
You think I'm in some danger?
No, that was a completely unrelated thought.
You live with danger on a daily basis, don't you, Lieutenant?
Oh, most of the time, it's just paperwork and procedure. Detectives have no opening night, Miss Harris. We make our entrance after the curtain has fallen on someone else's life.
But it's a calling, isn't it? Like a doctor or a teacher?
Or an actor.
I suppose you're right. I can't imagine doing anything else with my life. It's not wrong to be married to one's work, is it?
No. Not at all. But sometimes, it's no honeymoon. I love my job. I really do. And if I say so myself, I'm good at it too. I catch the bad guys for most of the time. So it's a good life. A perfectly good life. Not exactly sublime. But
there'll be lunch counter mornings and coffee shop nights. Lunch counter mornings and coffee shop nights.
It's reassuring to have such a dependable schedule, like matinees every Wednesday.
Oh, brisket and raw meats each Thursday.
With your friends.
Yeah, well, I like my pals. The guys in the force. We're not very social. We're all married, of course. Sometimes we go bowling or have a few beers. So it's a fine life, a perfectly fine life. I give it 2 cheers. 'Cause sometimes I think at the end of the day, when I read the last book of his rights, that the life that I lead is a little bit gray. With its lunch counter mornings and coffee shop nights. Lunch counter mornings and coffee shop nights.
But your acting roles, don't they make for a change?
Oh, Miss Harris, each year from May 23rd to 12th June, when I turn my life over to the Swallow Street Players, that's more than a vacation for me. It's an overture of hope, the curtain rising on the greatest joy of my life. For the rest of the year, the life that I lead,
A little bit gray,
there are plenty of low days,
and not many highs.
mostly lunch counter mornings and coffee shop nights. I don't mean to seem forward, but when I walk you home,
Oh, I'd be delighted. But you said we're not allowed to leave.
damn.
Stop. I'm sorry. You're all being very patient, but I just can't do this.
Honey, I've seen you do
In
this.
a brief life.
I promise it'll adore you
Would
almost as
something
much
like
as I
me
do.
to try? I can't turn around and take right into a split. Impossible, I know, but somehow I do it.
If one of you is a killer, would you please take her next?
Folks, Second Apparel is here with the last delivery of clothes for your recovery. Lay your bundle downstairs, and in 1/2 hour, Lieutenant Joffrey will start questioning the altos and tenors.
Hey, Lieutenant, arrived from the interrogation chamber to grace us with your presence.
Lord, I stretch my legs. I've been stuck in the green room all day.
Well, at least you got to sleep in your bed last night.
Sorry about that.
I intrigue you, don't I?
Yes, Mr. Belling, as both a director and a suspect.
Lieutenant, I got what you wanted.
Oh, thank God. And did you pick out the clothes for Nikki Harris that I asked for?
Nothing but blues and greens, just like you asked. You trying to set a trap for her?
No, I'm trying to match her eyes. Oh, excuse me. Lieutenant Frank Chalker, homicide. Mind telling me who you are and how you got in here? Oh, as governor of the press, I'm exempt from reporting to Lieutenant Gerald Grady of Boston Globe. Mr. Grady, after the review you gave of Robin Hood, I can't imagine why you show your face here. Of all places, I'm as business fine as you. The show's producers called and asked me to pay a visit.
That's right. Carmen Bernstein, Mr. Brady. You have our thanks for coming by, if not for your review.
Look, I tried my level best to say something good about your production. I praised the choreography and the young woman who flipped school mark, Nikki Harris. Well, I'm afraid it's all history now. I can notice this on the loss of your star and your show. When you interviewed me last week, I told you you were going to Broadway, no matter what you wrote me.
We're keeping Robin Hood open, and once we've ironed out the kinks, we're asking you to review it again, with Georgia Hendricks in the lead.
Georgia Hendricks,
Yes, write it down.
your lyricist? She has been in the show for years. That's the story. And tell you what, there is a precedent for reappraising the show with a new lead. All right, tell you what, I'll re-review your show tomorrow night.
Wait, tomorrow?
It's the best I can do. And to be fair, not many shows can survive 2 better reviews for the Globe and Only. Carter, go tell the cast here 24 hours will the weaker hurt. If we fail, you'll live to regret it.
Sydney, I guess the reason you're such a lowlife is because they looked so close to the ground.
Oh, good day, Lieutenant.
You just made it one, Miss Harris. That just was very nice of your eyes. Thank you.
I can't believe it. Mr. Darrell Grady, am I allowed to offer my thanks for the kind words you wrote?
Please don't misunderstand, Miss Harris. But I try not to fraternize with the artist I review. But let me say you did stand out for an abundantly misguided production. Mr. Grady, I thought the review you gave Robin Hood was needlessly cruel and way off the mark. Well, I'm not sure you know how to judge acting, Lieutenant. Of course, you're the expert. However, I regret to inform you that I'm now placing you under arrest for the crime of murder. Have you lost your mind? Any statement you make may be taken down in writing and used against you in a court of law. What does there you saying? I'm saying my best lines from Agatha Christie's Murder at the Vicarage. I played Chief Inspector Slack for the Native Town Plays 2 summers ago. Oh, did you think I was saying that for real? Gosh, I'm not sure you know how to judge acting, Mr. Grady. You can go now. Come on, Grady. I'll walk you to the door.
Swell acting, Lieutenant, and not just on a community theater level. I mean college.
Well, thank you.
And how is the investigation coming along, if I may ask?
I've been going over the show's financial records, and you know, you were right. Everyone here is working for the same equity minimum. Not just newcomers like you abandoned, but your stars as well. Look, this is no place to talk. You and me get out of here for a little while.
You won't let me leave.
Damn.
Lieutenant, you must clear the stage immediately. I've just been informed. I have less time to reinvent the show than Moses had to cross Red Sea. And he had God on his side. Praise is true.
I'm getting reviewed tomorrow?
Nikki, go fetch Badly. I have no choice but to re-block in the same boat here and now.
Oh, I'm going to have to watch this.
What? You think something's gonna happen?
No. I just really like this number. Although,
What?
it's nothing but what? Gosh, I can't believe I'm actually going to say this. And
What is it?
I don't think simply changing the choreography is going to help. The song itself is kind of lackluster. It lacks
Yes.
luster. 3 women on Arkansas River in a rowboat that's sinking fast, trying to reach the federal courthouse in Wichita before the farmers lose their land. Great stuff. It's your 11 o'clock number. But the music itself is kind of, I don't know, could we hear a bit of it?
Sasha! Lady Second Lieutenant, would you? Here you go, Joey. This for you.
In the same boat, on the same sea, shaking inside as the tide keeps rising. Carry a ship, carry a sail, carry a soul on the whole horizon. We are not discouraged. New to the ancient world that we like to do, and take it all on the ship when you're in the same boat.
See what I'm saying? It was such a big moment in the show. It's sort of mild-mannered.
Strangely enough, I agree. We need a really new composition. One that's catchier than Pink Eye.
Oh, you want a hit?
Yes, and not some songs from the failed shows either, Evan. None of your I'm a kind of drunk music.
Listen, Chris, if you expect me to come up with anything, you'll have to find me a little more private time with my piano and my writing partner.
your writing partner, is now my dancing partner and the star of this show. And if she doesn't get the saloon number under her belt tonight, we're all finished.
And I need to see that very number in full dress regalia this instant. Johnny, tell the cast to change to the Act 1 finale from the final bars in the Barbie Barcelona.
Whoa. Say again?
I can't say that again.
Mr. Belling's rehearsal takes priority. So anyone who needs to change costume, go right ahead. The rest of you, please proceed to the green room, where Detective O'Farrell will be fingerprinting the entire company. That is, unless one of you would be kind enough to explain why you committed murder. So let's clear the stage and give our composer the opportunity he needs. Oh, thanks for stopping that lesson, please. That should buy you a few minutes alone with the piano, Mr. Fox.
Alone, yeah.
It must be quite a challenge having to create when your writing partner is
Otherwise engaged.
Could I ask, only because I've wanted this my entire life, which would normally come first, the music or the lyric?
Same answer as the chicken or the egg.
Ah, so it's the lyric.
No. A great melody doesn't always need a lyric or a lyricist.
Then how do you stop?
Well, you can start with a note, which can become a phrase. And then you try hanging words off each branch, like trimming a tree.
Sounds easy enough.
Really? Well, don't talk about love, or you have to say, fits like a glove.
Or certain.
Or a certain as push comes to shove. When you pine for the woman you're constantly thinking of. You see the problem.
Dangling participle. So you suggest staying away from love.
At all costs. And don't mention you're alive. Or you'll have to say, cuts like a knife. Or refer to the heartbreak and strife. When you find that you're missing your...
Missing?
What's that?
You were saying what you miss.
Oh, well, I miss the music, I miss the song. Since she's not with me, it comes up wrong. It doesn't matter how hard I try. I've lost the music, I don't know why. You may have known before I met her, I wrote alone. But if you ask me what I prefer, I'd say the music I wrote with her. When you're writing a song and you've a partner, the room is filled with jokes and chatter. She says something, you say something. She writes a line, you play a pen. But when you're writing a song without a partner, that's a completely different matter. No one tells you that's not funny. No one says let's cut that bar. No one makes you better than you are. I can't pretend I miss the music. I miss my friend. No need
my lyric. Can you believe it?
Well, you're not the lyricist now. You're the star. How does it feel being back on the boards?
Terrifying, thrilling. I've missed
Uh-huh.
the stage.
Oh.
Come on, Angel. We gotta do that away. Right away.
Must we?
It's our last chance to land this number before we pack it in for the night. Here we go, hon.
Oh, Aaron, I'm starting to think you were right when you said I was wrong for this.
Georgia? Break a leg.
Thanks. You can finish the song without me?
I'm a one-man band.
He left me wide awake.
long as we're all in our positions, I want to set our toes for the Act 1 curtain.
I'm sorry. But I've had a chance to speak with everyone, and you all seem like a terrific bunch of people. Thank you. But I'm afraid this briefcase contains some very compromising evidence I've turned up about one of you. Don't want to point any fingers, Mr. Bellman. But Commander called headquarters. Shoot. Mr. Bellman, just go on. What you were doing?
So, as I was saying, I want to set our toes for that.
As I thought, as you were. Looks like everyone but Nikki has something to hide. There's nothing in the briefcase, by the way, except a container of chowder from the Union Oyster House.
Is it Manhattan?
Yeah. Here you go. So, I've spoken with everyone, made a few phone calls, and what do I come up with? A murder victim named Jessica Cranshaw, working for a fraction of her usual firm salary. A distinguished director who despised Lady Cranshaw, but slaves make this show work all the same. A dancer, choreographer, who turns down the chance to work with Balanchine to do song and dance for spare change. Ex-partners in marriage and music, who inexplicably reunite, though they no longer work in harmony. A one-man band named Oscar Shapiro, who despite having no prior interest in theater, suddenly sinks one payment after the next into this musical. A company whose celebrates when the show is torn to ribbons by the critics because it means they're at long last free to take better jobs back on Broadway. What does all this tell me? That Sid Bernstein has been blackmailing every member of this company into working on this show. Even you dancers.
Okay, so when I was starting out, I gave Bernstein private auditions. Stay private.
But what about you chorus boys? I mean, you all seem like such clean-cut fellows. What can all of you have possibly done that you wouldn't want the folks back home to know? Like, that makes sense.
Lieutenant, I have to think most people have something about themselves that they'd like to keep to themselves.
Agreed, but I'm not here to uncover all your dark secrets. Only the one that caused someone to murder Jessica Cranshaw.
People, I had no idea this is how Sidney got you all to work so cheap. He's the one who handles all the negotiations.
Well, he won't be able to deal his way out of breaking the law. Ladies and gentlemen, you won't be blackmailed anymore. But you're still murder suspects. So get to work. You may have joined the show for the wrong reasons, but you're going to press on. Because you have a contract.
Damn straight.
And Oscar deserves a return on his investment. Because the best way for me to solve this crime is to keep the heat turned up in this pressure cooker of a theater. And lastly, because this could be a really good show. Take it, Chris.
Very good. So, Captain.
Heads up, we're striking a set.
What? No, Johnny. I'm not finished yet. I still have yet to fix our toes.
Sorry.
As it should be. Never mind. Bobby, the last 4 bars.
Please. One last time, guys. 5, 6, 7, 8.
I'm headed that way.
Sorry, we're having a little bit of trouble with it.
Well, I want it down now.
All right.
Sing, song, gal, sing. Lieutenant Trophy is here.
Morning, folks.
Oh, welcome back, Lieutenant, to your marathon production of No Exit.
I just come from Sid Bernstein's autopsy.
They drive a stake through his heart. Just a place.
Chris, not in front of his widow. How are you holding up, Carmen? You all set out for breakfast, and nobody thought to tell me? Well, let's at least be considerate of his daughter. Stepdaughter. And even though I was very young stepflesh and stepblood, it was cold to me as it was to my mother.
Breakfast is gonna be cold if you don't eat now. Come on.
Well, at least this time we have an alibi. I mean, everyone was on stage when we got the old heave-ho.
No, the coroner says that Bernstein was struck on the head before he died. Someone knocked him out backstage before he rehearsed George's number. Then wrapped the Conway rope around his neck, knowing that when the curtain fell, the rope would finish the job if he wasn't dead already. Bernstein recovered consciousness just in time to die.
My God.
The first time my husband was ever accused of being hung.
So you see, he could have been killed by any person with access to this stage, including you, Johnny.
What's that supposed to mean?
We found a copy of writing in the stage manager's office with the words cut out. In your office.
Chris and Oscar have keys against you.
Then it seems you three gentlemen are my first official murder suspects.
Well, it's an honor just to be nominated.
But everybody is still under suspicion. I found this little black book in Bernstein's breast pocket. Look familiar? Each page has the name of a company member and a notation in Bernstein's personal secret code. Obviously, a memo of what each of you would be as blackmail.
No! Meaning, no, I wasn't being blackmailed, but also meaning, no, I just found more death threats. And they're covered with my fingerprints once again.
That's all right, Miss Harris. You've already proved yourself to be forthcoming and trustworthy. You're just so very nice. Dear Sydney, end the show, or it's the end of you.
Wait. Oh my God. Say, Bernstein died for nothing. He said he was going to end the show.
When did he tell you that?
In his office, right before he got hoisted. He said, so at the last minute, changed his mind about keeping Robin Hood open. He said, I should keep my money for the next Boston show. Then he went upstairs and watched George rehearse a big number. Giving back the very last check I wrote him.
You can give that back to me. I'm not closing the show. Come on, Oscar. Let's put this check in the safe place.
It felt very safe in my pocket.
Frank, what's the matter?
It's been troubling me since yesterday. I just don't. I mean, why is it that Bobby, what? Of all people on this stage, you,
All right, Lieutenant, spit it out.
you ought to be in the Fort Henderson Square dance number.
Beg pardon?
You'd stop the show. After all, what did Rob Bush go to the big picnic disguised as Alan Odell?
It makes sense.
And Gerald Grady of the Globe loves Bobby's dancing.
Bobby, can you improvise a short term in time for tonight?
Yeah, I guess, but I don't know if I can make the costume change for the next scene.
Well, for gosh sakes, Bobby, it's just losing a bandana and putting on the mask. Would it kill you to try?
We'll time it out now. Johnny, the Fort Henderson Square dance number.
Fort Henderson Square dance number. Now we're getting somewhere. And Aaron, for the love of Mike, we've got to have that rewrite promise. We're in the same boat.
I already did it.
Without me?
Yeah, honey, we rehearsed it last night while you were being fitted.
To be honest, I think it turned out pretty well.
Well, can I hear it?
Sure, I changed it to Rob Hood and his men heading up the muddy Colorado. You know, a real He-Man approach. Sasha, a quick chorus of In the Same Boat?
Randy Hart, help me out here.
If you just wrote the music last night, then what are the musicians playing?
I wrote a brand new melody to fit the old orchestra parts.
Very smart.
Thank you.
If we got it down, take a look. 5, 6, 7, 8. Here we are, mushing case and me.
for that fin we've been looking for. But there's still something missing.
Well, of course. We only have one half of our songwriting team working on this version.
I'm doing the best I can.
Excuse me, everybody. I just had a thought.
How long we've waited for this day!
If we're adding Bobby to the King's Band number, it just so happens he and I have been working on a dance routine that's perfect for my Princess Chicken character. And him.
We've messed around with kind of Apache dance.
It's a fun note for two.
Bob, it would save us a lot of time if it's ready to go.
We've only really talked.
I'm ready.
Well, Carmen, Bambi's responding to your points. Yes or no?
Normally, I'd say over my dead body, but I don't want to give anybody ideas. Sure, let her take a shot at it.
Come on, Georgia. Gotta go tell Cass.
Aaron, I thought you were going to write us a better version of In the Same Boat.
We just played the new one. Didn't you hear it?
I did. Aaron, I thought you were going to write us a better version of In the Same Boat.
I'm putting In the Same Boat in a dry dock for the time being.
Please, Aaron, come back. Well, when you have a new song, that is.
Thank you for this chance, Mother.
It's called Giving You Enough Rope to Hang Yourself, Elaine. Maybe not my best choice of words.
You always make fun of me in front of other people.
Perhaps I should leave.
No, you have dreams of being in theater, Choppy. You should hear this too. Elaine, as a Broadway producer, there's something much more important to me than you getting a star turn. What? Me turning a profit. I've never been known as one of those stupid sluts. Elaine.
Bambi.
Kisses away a lot of her hard-earned bucks. Elaine.
Bambi.
But facing the fact your color run for us sucks. Bambi. Though it breaks your mother's heart, forget about the part. It's time for you to know why I really back this show. It's a business.
It's a business.
The owner of these premises cleans up before a hit. He's in business.
He's in business.
Union members don't work for free. Hey, Harry on the spotlight. Blink twice if you agree. See? I'm not the joy of culture. My feet are on the floor. It's a business.
It's a business.
I do the Kama Sutra with a Richard Rogers more. That's good business.
That's good business.
Yes, green's my favorite color, and I don't lean on the grass. It's a business.
It's a business.
And the shows I do the business, 'cause I'm good at doing business. And if you don't like my business, please blow it out your It's a business. And it's strictly business when I say you're not star material, Elaine. That's my opinion, and I don't care who knows it. Well, I think my dance would be very provocative.
Sweetie, the only thing you could amount is suspicion.
Chris, the company's right for the Schoolhouse number.
Oh, joy be out of my wildest dreams.
May I?
Carmen, how many hours do we have left before we're re-reviewed by
Gerald Grady. Oh, what?
Grady? You're not what I was expecting. Then again, I've never actually seen a picture of you.
Complete anonymity is the critic's best tool.
Well, I suppose I shouldn't fight the hand that slaps me. But it's unethical to review a rehearsal.
You forgot I report on Theater for the Globe as well as review it. Your show is news, and I'm setting aside my customary professional distance to interview members of your company in the green room. With your permission, Mrs. Bernstein.
Free publicity, Carmen.
Poor Sidney. He would have died to get this much press. And he did. The green room is yours, Brady.
So, company, the 4 Henderson Square dance number. Bambi. Auditioning a new section with Bobby, I guess.
This I've got to see.
Keep all your fingers crossed.
I hope so. So, let us follow Yelwick Road in the wrong direction, all the way back to Kansas land. Sasha, yeehaw!
A 5, 6, 7, 8. Come every second Sunday of his run throughout the year. A woman full cat out from town to greet the soldiers here.
We bring them home to kill.
That's all these ladies share. There ain't no chance for romance when the dance is strictly square. Kansas land in the stormy never spring. Kansas land, you can't be too good in the hand. Kansas land, don't shake the sassafras. Kansas land, there's lots of splendor in that These ladies think the good book is the one book they believe. But think about when Adam found himself alone with Eve. There are no preacher present when he gave his maid a whirl. But where we'd be if Eve had not been that kind of girl. Kansas land, yeah, the family needs to stop. Kansas land, ain't no finer place to live and die. Kansas land, your virtue never fades. 'Cause in Kansas land, we're always sure to pull the shades. There came two old
Did anybody see anything? Bobby, how many people knew you could leave them when you did?
Well, nobody. I was trying that for the first time. That was some fancy shooting.
Too fancy. Unless you weren't the person they were trying to shoot. Everybody but Bobby, go back to where you were when the shot rang out. You folks, stay right here.
Hold on. Aren't we all just sitting ducks here?
No. Whoever shot Bobby had plenty of time to fire again if they didn't mind getting caught. Now, back to your places. Guys, this barrel was here?
Right.
Uh-huh. So here's where the bullet entered. And exited. It grazed Bobby, but may have been intended for you, Randy. Why aren't you wounded?
I am. Deep down. You can ask him why.
Oh, you were normally standing here at this point in the number?
No, when Bobby jumped, I moved over here to give him some.
Then most likely, you weren't the target either. So still, following its path, the bullet must have been aimed at you, Nikki. You were here when Bobby was shot?
I'm not sure. Is that important?
Well, if you were here, you couldn't very well have shot it yourself, and I could rule you out as the killer.
You hadn't ruled me out already, Lieutenant?
Wait a second. Bobby, you're holding your left arm.
Well, it's bleeding.
Yes. But that's impossible. If the shot came from out there, and you were leaping with your right side of the audience, there's no way the bullet could graze the left side of your left arm. Guys, weren't the crosses facing the audience?
Oh, I guess we said it the wrong way around.
Yes, so it's exactly the opposite. The bullet came from behind that upstage guard tower, grazed Bobby at the end of the seat, and passed through the barrels on its way to you.
Me?
Yup. And here's the bullet.
But that would mean the shot was fired.
By someone on this stage, or behind that scenery. Those of you who were off stage at the time, were you with anyone? So, the only people who couldn't have fired the shot were Carmen and Sasha. Because, by the way, don't you think that Bobby should play his whole dance much further down the stage?
I was quite had the exact same idea.
I'm afraid we'll have to search everyone for a gun.
There won't be any need.
Ah!
Oh my God! She did it!
Please stop it! Nick, what are you doing with that?
I'm talking about there. It's an automatic, so I guess it can't be a prop in our Western story. At least I won't be leaving my fingerprints all over the evidence this time. There's tape marks around the handle and the
Well, I have something to say to whichever one of you tried to knock me off. Knock it off!
Lieutenant? Yes, Johnny. We are way over. Sorry, that gunshot gave me a migraine. That Lieutenant, everyone. Where is that?
You're gonna protect me, right, Tommy? There's already been 2 murders committed on this stage.
3, if you count the integrity of musical theater.
You couldn't be surrounded by more police than you are at the moment, Mrs. Bernstein.
Come on, Mother. You should get something to eat. If you're nervous, I'll taste your food for you.
You have no tasting lanes. I've seen your makeup, your closet, and your boyfriend. And I've seen a couple of your boyfriends in the closet with your makeup.
You never have a good word to say about me, do you? Especially in public. I thought I did pretty good that last number.
Big deal, considering the 15 years of ballet, jazz, and circus training I paid for. My professional opinion is that you just don't have what it takes. I'm sorry, but you volunteered for this life, dyed your hair, changed your name. Why, of all the names on earth, did you pick Bambi?
Because in the movie, Bambi's mother shot to death by Hunter.
Somebody just tried to do that to me, sweetheart, and I noticed nobody's ruled out here. Come on, Oscar. I keys to the lobby bar. I'll fix us some Bloody Marys.
Well, despite what your mother says, you were great in that Kansas Land number.
Thanks, Lieutenant. I appreciate it.
No, I'm the one who should be thanking you.
Your dance really was good, Bambi.
Yeah, better than I could have imagined, kiddo.
I told you, Bobby. Just give me a chance and I won't let you down.
Oh, and don't listen to anything your mother says. At least no one can claim you're in this show because of nepotism.
Well, I guess that's pretty obvious.
Believe me, Lieutenant, Bambi isn't the girl in this cast whose personal connections to help her career.
What do you mean by that?
Sorry. As state commander, I'm equal parts psychiatrist, mother hen, and father confessor. What anyone in this cast shares with me, I consider privileged information. Besides, what I know, Lieutenant, I think you wanna.
Oh, George, there you are.
Aaron, look, can I talk to the three of you about Bernstein's little black book of blackmail? He wrote memos about every cast member, with 3 noteworthy exceptions. You, and you. Going by this book, Bernstein had nothing on you. Yet, the production budget says you're getting the same raw deal as the rest of the cast. Why are you toiling for pennies when you could be doing so much better elsewhere? No one has anything to say?
Well, can you blame us? If I recall, one of those death threats said, make another sound and you'll end up underground.
Exactly. But Georgia, I never read that particular death threat out loud.
What?
Nikki and the late Jessica Cranshaw are the only cast members who saw it. Other than the person who sent it, of course.
Well, then I guess Nikki told me.
I told her not to tell anyone.
I didn't, Frank. I told you I wouldn't, so I didn't.
Then I'm sorry. I have no choice but to book you on suspicion of murder.
Oh, come on, you can't do that.
Nikki, would you be able to go on tonight?
Oh, I get it. You want to give a little boost to your sweetheart's career.
My relationship with Nikki Harris is purely that of police investigator and possible suspect.
No, it's not.
It's not.
No, I'm really liking you, Frank.
Oh, it's reciprocal, I assure you.
I'm very glad to hear that.
I'm more than glad. I was doing something.
Arresting me for murder?
Yes, it makes perfect sense. Jessica Cranshaw's death. Don't forget what we were saying. Jessica Cranshaw's death gave you the chance to star on Broadway. And when Sid Bernstein decided to close the show, his death kept your chance alive. Miss Hendricks, you'll have to come with me.
Hold on a second, Lieutenant. I'm who you want.
You're confessing to the murders, Mr. Fox?
You heard what I said?
That's not a simple thing to retract.
Think about what you're doing.
I have. This is a great thing that's happening in your life. I'm not important.
Very noble. And yet, you're on record as being dead set against Georgia taking this role.
No, I just said that because I knew if she took the part, she wouldn't have time to write with me, be with me. That's how Cindy got me to work for nothing. It was the only way I knew to be near her again. Stuck out of town together, huddled over a piano each night, who knows what might have happened.
But, Aaron, I've wanted the same thing.
You did?
I do.
But you and Bobby,
No, forget that.
I don't understand.
I didn't want you to. Not until I realized how you felt. That you're as preoccupied as ever with your music.
Because our songs were the only place you and I were still together.
Aaron, you said our songs.
Our songs, our life. What was I thinking when I let you slip away? Oh yeah. I was thinking of me. Only of me. What was I thinking? Spending each moment of each waking day, thinking of me. Shutting you out,
Sometimes,
making you eat.
sometimes.
Choose up and out to say how I do need you.
joke's on me.
Lieutenant, I hereby officially unconfess to everything except being a fool.
Aaron, our director needs you on the double.
I'm excused.
Go.
I'll see you downstairs. Partner?
Partner. Thank you, Lieutenant. You played your part very effectively.
Oh, and what a treat to share a scene with you and a fair exchange. You got Aaron to show you his cards. I got the answer as to why both of you came on board with this show.
You and Georgia staged all that?
Yes, it was her idea. A good one, I thought. And you've been playing the part too, haven't you, Bobby?
I plead guilty to impersonating George's devoted lover.
When we first started rehearsals, I asked Bob if he would pretend we were involved again, just to see if I could stir up something, anything in Aaron.
Good job.
Thank you, Bobby. I'm so grateful.
Just a polite reminder, you're still murder suspects.
Right.
But Bobby, I may have gotten the answer as to why Aaron and Georgia work for City Bernstein, but I still don't know your reason.
I always wanted to give the performance of a lifetime.
Fooling Aaron by acting as if you're in love with Georgia?
No, fooling Georgia that I was acting. There's nothing I wouldn't do for her.
Except commit murder.
Even that, if she asked me.
Oh, Frank, why does love make so many people feel bad? The public should be warned that Cupid is armed and dangerous.
Maybe romance should be left strictly in the hands of the police.
If you mean present company, I vote yes on that proposition.
Oh, Miss Harris!
Please, call me Frank. I mean, please call me Frank.
May I be bold?
I already know you are.
I never believed in that whole some enchanted evening thing. Until now. The first time I saw you, there was blue wash on the stage, and a picture of a pink special. It was
just like a musical, huh, Frank?
I thought, Nikki, I thought to myself, you and we tough act to follow. Can't you see special people doing special things, running rings around anywhere, anywhere.
You and I, we could say a tough act to follow.
Nikki, what were you doing just now?
Oh, it's silly.
No, go ahead.
I was imagining we were singing and dancing together, just like marching our champion.
So was I! Isn't that incredible? Both of us having the exact same fantasy at the exact same time. In your fantasy, which one was I?
Gower.
Me too! And the song we were singing.
Would make for a great opening number.
No, actually, more like a finale. Would you like to go out?
You won't let me.
I keep forgetting. And I can't make any exceptions, even though you're exceptional.
Oh, Frank, from the moment I first shook your hand, I had a feeling you and I...
Shook your hand.
What?
Shook your hand. Nikki, I think it's time you told me what Sid Bernstein had on you.
Nothing, really. Unlike the rest of the cast, I want to be in the show. I've gotten some wonderful reviews here in Boston, but this is the best chance I've ever had at Broadway.
Johnny hinted that a woman in the cast used some personal secret connection to advance a career. Did he mean you?
Every show is filled with gossip.
Oh, Nikki, you didn't say no. Who is it?
I made a promise to someone that I wouldn't talk about it. I don't break promises.
You know, in Bernstein's little black book of blackmail, the coded memo about each person's secret, alongside your name, he wrote a great big zero.
I'm glad.
Or maybe it was the letter O.
Oscar, sandwich order is here. For crying out loud, Nikki, you have to get in your costume.
Sorry.
Back in 5, everyone, to learn and lock down another brand new version of Insane Mode. Thanks, guys. Ben, bring the storm lights downstairs to the trap door for me. You might want to step away from the trap, Lieutenant.
Hey, Johnny, if Nikki shared some secret with you, I have to...
Don't talk so close to the microphone. When switched on, everyone downstairs can hear you.
You tell me now what you know about Nikki Harris.
In what capacity are you asking that question? Office of the law or jealous boyfriend? Can what I say be held against me? Or will you hold against me if I don't say what you want to hear?
I hadn't finished questioning the cat, and I'm not finished with you.
Ben, bring the storm drop. Deck it. Nice and easy. I'm right underneath it. Whatever you're playing is not from the score of this show.
Come here, my sweetheart. Come here.
Who's that?
Don't be afraid. I won't hurt you.
Look, this is no time to mess around. We've already had 2 people die.
Oh, sorry, dear fellow. Didn't mean to put a fright into you. Give me a hand. Oh, here we are here. Then besiege eons, apparently. Chased a mouse into the orchestra pit. Got caught in the percussion instruments. Oh, I'll put her in a basket just down the stairs. The sweet kitty.
On set here, Ben. Take 5. Q59, drop planet Earth. Got away from our genius director, did you, Ophelia? Come here, kitty. Don't be afraid. Oh, sorry, I thought you were. Oh, no, if you're worried, I'm gonna tell anybody what I know about you.
Too easy to target up here in the flies, Lieutenant. Especially the entire cast rehearsing directly below us.
No, I found the gun used on Johnny in the orchestra pit. And Nikki found the gun fired at Connor. I'm sort of hoping the killer has run out of guns by now.
But poor John's been dead for hours now. At this point, what purpose do you have
me all the way up here?
Because you know the most about the technical people in the show.
Why do you need me?
The last time I spoke with Johnny, you were the topic of conversation. I don't want you out of my sight until I've figured out his dying message.
Dying message?
Johnny knew his killer. He had only seconds to live. Couldn't write, couldn't speak. His blood stains on the stage tell us that he dragged himself over to his phone book and tore out this page on which he'd written the words, "Drop in planet Earth."
Ah, well, drop in is simply a term we use for seeing me lowered from up here in the flats.
Exactly. Mountain drops in, Skyline drops in.
Mary Martin drops in.
There's a drop of Earth at the end of the same boat.
My God, there will never be an end to in the same boat. Listen, they're rehearsing the latest version now. Same bloody melody. Third orchestra part throughout the entire series.
My God. That's it. I've solved it. Come on. We have to get down from here fast.
This way, retreat after me.
Frank, are you coming?
Oh, you go ahead. I'll be right along.
Be careful, Frank. The killer may realize you're onto him.
Yes, but as long as I'm up here, I should really check what's written on the side of this drop. Planet Earth. Gee, isn't it amazing how you can be totally such about something until suddenly it hits you?
Not bad, we can make that work.
No, this version is no better than any of the other versions.
This was Chompy's big idea. Where the hell did he get to? Yeah, something's not right.
Especially with this song.
I'll tell you what's not right. Us singing our merry little heads off when Johnny got killed just a couple hours ago.
Johnny, Sydney, Jessica, we're all still on stage. I mean, which one of us is next? Huh? Which one? Sorry.
Oh my God, it's the killer! Somebody do something fast!
What on earth is going on here? No pun intended. Nikki, you must have pushed him.
Me? Why would you say that?
Because you and I were the only ones up there with him. And I've almost entirely ruled out myself.
Steve, please, get this death trap out of here. Folks, the answer has been staring us in the face all along. Quick, I need to see the music for this number.
There's a copy of the score just off stage. Come on.
He must have fallen off the catwalk while we were climbing back down. What the hell were you doing all the way up in the clouds?
I'm asking myself the exact question. Nikki, did you see anything while you were up there?
I don't know. It was so dark. I suppose I might have accidentally unhitched a rope.
This was no accident. But that can wait, because I think I've solved it. Can't believe it took me this long to figure it out. Let me see. Dang,
What's the matter, Frank?
I just remembered. I can't read music. Never mind. Basic logic tells me. Eric, you wrote all three versions in the same book, just the same orchestra parts, right?
Right.
Then all three songs fit the same arrangement. They must all fit with each other. That's what'll give this number the kick in the dairy Eric's been needing. The whole company singing three different songs at the same time. That'll make Future Tenorans sound like Frere Jacques.
But what about the murders?
Forget about the murders for a second.
But you said you got it. That you solved it.
Solved how to salvage this number. Quick, I want to run this now. Bring in the set, Johnny.
He's dead.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Stage crew, can you please set the waves? Thank you, come on. Quickly. Yeah, come on, wait. Stage crew. Wave number one. Here. Yes. Right there. Number two. Bonnie, watch the middle there. Thank you. Right about
In the same boat, on the same sea, shaking inside as the tide keeps rising. Nary a ship, nary a sail, nary a soul on the whole horizon.
Here come the 3,000 little rabbits.
Here we are, our shipmates and me, lost on a windy sea. All the flames are springing out. We'd like to live, but we forgot the pellet. We regret to say our compass is gone, but somehow we still sail on. Because two heads we at our best, as some fellow wrote, and what the heck, we're in the same.
Heading up the river for the damsels in distress.
Maryland to hunt for Miriam born, feeling forlorn, now we look untidy, chewing our nails, praying that whales are allowed to eat on Friday. Still we are not discouraged, due to the ancient flood that you're likely to make. Take it all on the chin, and you're in the
But the waves are coming on fast. Third song now.
The seas are usually rough, the going's terribly tough. As if that wasn't enough, they lost it all. They find that all they can do to come to grab further mortals from this storm that they don't know the more than that.
It's the high-stepping riverboat man from the shore to the rescue.
The waves are laughing along, the sharks are snapping along, the thunder's laughing along. Just hear it roar. There's no doubt in the world, you'll stay afloat 'cause it takes two weight. Take it all on the chin when you're in the same boat.
Now the tails go rolling on the deck, while the ladies of the creek come sailing into view. Let's put it all together. 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep rising, there you ship, there you up and down.
You tricked me and proved its number. As well as the likelihood I'll be taking credit for it.
Great work, Choppy!
I agree, but what about the killer?
I'm sure that the answer must be the clue Johnny left us. Drop in planet Earth. The Earth on this stage, the world on a stage.
All the world's a stage. Shakespeare?
Shakespeare. These are actors were all spirits. These are melted into air. Oh my God. Yes. That's it. That's what Johnny meant, Chris.
Sorry. I take credit for everything. What do you want?
I need to see the very final moments of the show when Jessica collapsed.
The company bows? My God, that's the last thing we need to be rehearsing.
You think I don't know that? Please.
All right then. Place for the company bows, people.
Good. And Joey, I'll need Johnny's microphone, please. Thanks, Joe. Nikki, I know a way to wrap this up fast, but it will be putting you at some risk.
Frank, you do what you have to do.
Folks, I have an announcement for the entire cast and all my men downstairs. Nikki and I just got engaged. Yes, she'll be leaving the show at the end of the Boston run to create the role of Mrs. Lieutenant Frank Chalk. Now, folks, can we please run this from just before Jessica Crenshaw took her vows?
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
very happy. Come on, Oscar, Aaron. You say you were watching from the back of the theater. Watch for me now. See if you notice anything different. Sasha, go.
On the bows, I had a quick change into tuxedo and give these plastic flowers to Jessica.
She demanded a bouquet at every performance. She also wanted us to play the Star Spangled Banner to guarantee her a standing ovation.
Yeah, I would run down the aisles and hand these flowers up to her.
You put on a tuxedo, come down the aisle with a bouquet, and hand it off to Jessica. And what would she be doing?
She would be singing.
And did anyone notice anything different on opening night?
Lieutenant, now that you mention it, I think when she went to take the flowers, she moved her hands to her mouth, like she was covering the yawn.
Or like something? It just struck her in the throat?
Well, when you put it like that, yeah.
I saw that too. It happened right after Jessica took the second bouquet.
The second bouquet?
Yes, she got 2 bouquets on opening night.
Yeah.
The first from Harv on that side, and another from someone else standing right here in this aisle. He was wearing a tuxedo, but the flowers hit his face.
Yeah, I saw him too, but I just figured Carmen had hired an extra hand for opening night.
Just to boost Jessica's ego? Not a chance.
Well, maybe it was someone who genuinely liked Jessica's performance?
Oh no, we ruled that one out.
So that's it. The killer already knew about the bouquet, and on opening night, came straight down the aisle with his own flowers, which hid both his face and something as simple as a pellet gun. He fired the capsule into Jessica's mouth as she sang, and that's how your star was murdered, on stage, in full view of you and your audience.
But then, that means we're all in the clear.
No! Not everyone was on stage at that point, Nikki. Where were you, Mr. Melling?
Taking a walk alone, as you damn well know.
And Aaron, you say you were watching from the back of the theater?
Yes, and like every other gentleman in the audience on opening night, I was wearing a tuxedo.
And I'll swear I was standing with him the entire time, Lieutenant.
I'm sure you would. Oscar?
I was sitting with Carmen in the back of the orchestra. I think she would have noticed when I got up on my seat and headed straight for the stage.
That's right.
That's so very right. One person alone had both the perfect opportunity and a powerful motive.
Choppy! Somebody hit me!
That's Bobby.
Oh, Bobby!
But if that's Bobby, then who's this?
Your devoted admirer, Nikki, determined to bring down the curtain on Robin Hood. Because if this show went to Broadway, you'd forever leave his sphere of influence. A sphere represented by the circle next to your name in Bernstein's Little Black Book. A sphere that was the clue Johnny gave us as he died. A planet called Earth. Or as Shakespeare put it, the great globe itself, the Boston Globe, and his senior critic, Daryl Brady.
Careful, Choppy, or no one will ever want to see her face again.
Easy, Daryl.
Easy for you. I heard you're gonna marry her. I heard you say over the house PA. She loved you. She never loved me.
Frank, I swear I didn't know.
But she does know you, Daryl, doesn't she? You shun publicity. Your picture has never been published. And yet, she tried to shake your hand yesterday for the compliments you paid her.
I told her not to tell anybody we knew each other. That way I could praise and proclaim her in my reviews. But this Inferno musical was going to New York no matter what I wrote about it. That's what Sid Bernstein said.
But he was just a friend, giving me advice. It was nothing more than that.
It was more than that to me, Nikki.
But watching the show and previews, you saw how to guarantee that Jessica Cranshaw would never go to Broadway. As a critic, on opening night, you could rush from your seat after the finale without an eyebrow being raised, retrieve a bouquet hidden in the lobby, and come straight back down the aisle as the ultimate showstopper.
That's right, I tried to shoot Carmen and sandbag you, the same way I posted closing notices for Jessica and Johnny. And a perfect performance on my part, but one learns from one's mistakes. Right, Nikki?
Daryl, I see you're out of guns. How far from this Vita do you think you can get without one?
Good point. Push your own gun down for me.
Wait!
Now.
Fine, just don't. Perfect.
Get back.
Daryl, I'm going to take Nikki away from you now.
You already have.
Frank, don't.
Take 1 second, you're dead. Fine, you're dead.
In situations like this, I always unload the gun in my shoulder holster and take all the bullets and put them into this gun. Come here, Nikki. Mr. Brady, you're under arrest.
Oh, God. Could my life get any worse?
Get out of my way! Out of my way! Wait! How's that? When I saw Brady standing by the trap door, I heard Opportunity playing Knock Knock. Trying to shut down my show, you son of a bitch! Break the leg! Oh my gosh, he did!
Do you have a little barrel?
Yeah, I got it. He's fine.
Well, folks, since you're all witnesses to Mr. Brady's confession, I'd like you all to head down to the green room and give a brief statement. And then, you only have a few hours before your new opening night. Play them off, Sasha, will ya?
Hey, Bonnie, okay?
No, I think I'll leave it after this semester.
Well, it's like I told you, Bobby. Just give me a chance and I won't let you down.
You know what? If Robin Hood's a hit jockey, I'd be the same. You ever need a better student in nice company? Cut down a sure. But you cut it, ain't getting shot. Well, that's all.
But suddenly I feel a flock of butterflies coming out of hibernation in my stomach.
Luckily, you can't go chasing those butterflies. There's lots of work and very little time for you both before tonight's curtain.
Yes, lots of unfinished business to take care of.
Before and after the show.
Any additional notes before we raise the curtain, Lieutenant?
Actually, Chris, Nikki and I did have a dream about a new finale for the show.
Well, we will be singing a completely new tune. If you think that we should.
I do.
Oh, and by the way, bravo! A great detective!
Bravo, great director.
Thank you.
Frank, I didn't have a clue about Daryl Brady.
I had more than one. It still took me a while to figure him out.
Now that the mystery is solved, is our engagement over?
Maybe we could discuss that after tonight's show. There's this coffee shop where I'm on very good terms with the management.
Frank, we have a date.
We are excused, Inspector General.
Fine, Sasha. Dust it on you.
Another track, Lieutenant. I'll see you back at the station.
See you then.
Nice going, Coffee. You put life into a show that was dying. And now they'll put Brady away for life.
Well, I had lots of help, especially from you.
Me?
You and your daughter. I told her how much she'd shown me, and that candy plant of hers. She was great.
Better than great.
Ah, ha! Finally, to hear you say it. You had me as flim-flam as everybody else, until I saw how really good she was, and then turned to see the pride in your face as you watched her. You tell everybody it's a business, but Carmen, I figured you out. You are the stage mother of all time. You married Sid Bernstein, put up with all his affairs and shady deals just to get your daughter onto the Broadway stage, and so that no one could accuse her of getting there on your coattails. You always belittled the talented public, even if she hates you for it.
You can't let her know. I want her to think she got it all on her own.
You're amazing.
But how did knowing that help you catch Brady?
Oh, it didn't. I just explained why you killed your husband.
What? Brady.
Brady killed Jessica and Johnny and tried to kill you because he wanted the show closed, which is exactly what your husband was going to do.
Well, then he was killed by someone who was blackmailing.
If that were the case, I think they would have taken his little black book with them. He must have told you he was closing the show.
He didn't tell me he was closing the show.
He told Oscar. Why wouldn't he tell you you were his partner?
Because the partnership was over. He had himself conniving little ingenue on the Sutton place, and I was out in the street.
So he didn't need you.
He didn't need anybody. Brady promised him rave reviews on his next 3 shows if he shut this one down.
So your husband did tell you he was closing the show?
No!
Then how would you know the terms of the deal he made with Brady minutes before his death if you weren't the last person to see him alive?
He laughed at me! No more shows, no more dreams. After all I had to take from him, he laughed at me in a lane like we were nothing. And I killed him.
Of course you did.
What happens to me now, Lieutenant?
On impulse, you lash out at your unfaithful, blackmailing husband when he told you your daughter wouldn't get the chance for which you sacrificed everything. A decent lawyer might get you a couple of years on a reduced charge. A great lawyer might get you an all-expense-paid weekend in sunny San Diego. But you'll have to stand trial.
I know.
What do you say? We build up your daughter's part of the war at a song or two for Nikki. And maybe I don't solve your part of the mystery until after the show is open on Broadway.
You would do that? Oh, Frank, you give me that, and I'll let you walk me out of the cast party of Sardi straight into police headquarters.
I'll have you watched night and day until then.
I understand. But if the show goes to New York, what about you and Nikki?
Oh, there's always a spot in the NYPD for a Boston police lieutenant who doesn't mind a cut in rank and pay.
You know what, Chalky? I think you're one of us. There's a special kind of people known as show people.
We live in a world full of dreams. Sometimes we're not too certain what's false and what's real. But we're seldom in doubt about what we feel.
Your experience with assault and battery. Think Bobby might need some first aid. He's a bit wobbly on his feet after getting hit on the head by Graves.
Let me take a look at him.
There's only a couple hours left before the curtain rises, and I don't think Bob will rise to the occasion.
Oh, don't worry, Chris. The cry of places everyone is like smelling salts to any trooper. The sound of the orchestra playing its overture will be pure adrenaline. His ace will be bathed in the warmth of the spotlight. His spirits will be lifted by the hands of an adoring throng. His applause will sustain Bob right to the very last scene of Robin Hood.
I'll see those
I care most about. You keep doing such Miss Nikki. Thank